So here we have, again, geometry problems. This is part 3. Again, some arbitrary problems that I've really taken from various sources. So this is dealing with a parallelogram, and it's saying find the value of x. And really, when I previously discussed the properties of quadrilaterals, including the parallelogram, I'd earlier stated that opposite angles are congruent, especially in a parallelogram. And really, angles that are, I guess you would say, consecutive interior angles are supplementary. If you recall this terminology, it was used when I said that two parallel lines that are being cut by the transversal. Think about it. If you have a parallelogram, really, you have two opposite sides that are parallel. You extend this here. You extend this here. And then you extend this line here. It really creates that transversal being cut by two parallelograms. So we know that this and this are alternate interior angles. This and this are alternate exterior angles. This and this are corresponding angles, which are obviously congruent. This and this are vertical angles, and really that's interesting because usually those angles are congruent. But we also know that angles that are on the same side of the transversal and that are within are consecutive interior angles, and those angles are specifically they add up to 180 degrees and therefore are supplementary. So really in this figure we know that this is 4x plus 12, this is 3x plus 14, and using algebra we can add these two values and set them equal to 180. So let's do that. So adding these two values, we get 4x plus 3x is 7x, 12 plus 14 gives us 26, and that should be set to 180. So 7x is really just 154, and then solving this further, dividing both sides by 7, we see that your answer should be 22. So x is 22. And that's all we really need, x. And obviously if you want to find the measure for each angle, you can by just substituting 22 in for x. You get the measure of this value, and you can really subtract that from 180 to get this value, or you can substitute 22 into this and get the value. And obviously opposite angles will be congruent. And again, if you want to check your work, there's another property of a parallelogram that states that the interior angles of the polygon must add up to 360 degrees, and therefore all four angles must add up to 360 degrees when you're done evaluating each interior angle. So let's move on to problem number 2. In 30, 60, 90 degree triangle, the hypotenuse is 15 units. Determine the length of the shorter side. So if the hypotenuse is 15 units, that's the longest side, right? And we know that within this triangle, if the side opposite 30 degrees is x, the side opposite 90 degrees is 2x. So we know hypotenuse is 15 units. Therefore, the shorter side must just be 15 divided by 2. And so that's just 7.5. And that's pretty simple, and that's just our answer. So thanks for watching.